What's up, YouTube? These are my top 10 NBA basketball games to watch for the weekend of October 28th, 2023. Number 10, we have the Utah Jazz at the Phoenix Suns. The Jazz were 37-45 last year. The Suns were 45-37 and fourth in the Western Conference. The Jazz are led by Lauri Markkanen, who averaged 25.6 points per game last season. This is his first year with the Jazz, and he's a one-time All-Star. The Suns have a 1-2 combo of Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. Booker averaged 27.8 points per game last season, and he's a three-time All-Star. Durant averaged 29.1 points per game last season, and he is a 13-time All-Star. Phoenix averaged 114 points last season, and they allowed 112. Phoenix are a 5.5-point favorite in this one. And I'm going to go with the Suns to win 116-115. My number 9 game to watch this weekend, we have the Memphis Grizzlies at the Washington Wizards. The Grizzlies were 51-31 last season and second in the Western Conference. The Wizards were 35-47 last year. The Wizards are led by Kyle Kuzma, who averaged 21.2 points per game last season, and he's now in his 7th season. The Grizzlies are led by Ja Morant. He averaged 26.2 points per game last season. This is his 5th season, and he's a 2-time All-Star. Memphis is a 1.5-point favorite in this game. On average, they outscored their opponents by 3 last year. And I'm going to go with Memphis 115, Wizards 113. My number 8 game to watch this weekend, I have the Indiana Pacers at the Cleveland Cavaliers. Indiana 35-47 last year. Cleveland 51-31 last year, 4th in the East. The Pacers are led by Miles Turner. Turner 18 points per game last season to go along with 17.5 rebounds per game. This is his 9th NBA season, all with the Pacers. The Cavaliers are led by Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell averaged 28.3 points per game last season. This is his 2nd year with the Cavs, and he's a 4-time All-Star. Cleveland is a 3.5-point favorite in this game. On average, they outscored their opponents by 4 last year. And I'm going to go with the Cleveland Cavaliers to win this one 115-111. My number 7 game this week, we have the Miami Heat at the Minnesota Timberwolves. Miami 44-38 last year, which was good for 8th in the East. Minnesota 42-40, which was good for 8th in the West. Miami is led by Jimmy Butler. I really like this guy. He averaged 22.9 points per game last year. It's his 5th season with Miami, and he's a 6-time All-Star. Minnesota is led by Anthony Edwards. Edwards averaged 24.6 points per game last season. This is his 4th year with Minnesota, and last year was his first All-Star appearance. Minnesota is a 4.5-point favorite in this one. And I'm going to go with Minnesota 113, Miami 112. My number 6 game to watch this weekend, we have the Portland Trail Blazers at the Philadelphia 76ers. Portland 33-49 last season. The Sixers 54-28, which was good for 3rd in the Eastern Conference. Portland is now led by Anthony Simmons, who averaged 21.1 points per game last season. This is his 6th season with the Trail Blazers. The Sixers are led by big man Joel Embiid, who averaged 31.1 points per game last season, which led all of the NBA. This is his 8th season with the Sixers, and he's a 6-time All-Star. On average, the Sixers outscored their opponents by 4 last year. And we're going to go with the Sixers to win this one, 116-112. At number 5, I have the New York Knickerbockers at the New Orleans Pelicans. The New York Knicks better than I thought, 47-35 last season, which was good for 5th in the Eastern Conference. Pelicans 42-40, which was good for 9th in the West. The Knicks are led by Julius Randle, who averaged 25.1 points per game last season. This is Randle's 10th NBA season, and he's a 2-time All-Star. The Pelicans are led by C.J. McCollum. McCollum averages 20.9 last year. This is his 11th NBA season. The Pelicans are a 3.5-point favorite in this game. And we're going to go Pelicans 114, Knicks 113. My number 4 NBA game to watch this weekend, the LA Lakers at the Sacramento Kings. The Lakers finished 43-39 last season, which was 7th in the Western Conference. Sacramento did well at 48-34, which was good for 3rd in the West. The Lakers are led by LeBron James. King James averaged 28.9 points per game last year. He is a 19-time All-Star. Sacramento is led by De'Aaron Fox. Fox averaged an even 25 points per game last season. This is his 7th season with Sacramento, and he's a one-time All-Star. On average, the Kings outscored their opponents by 2 last year. And I'm going to say Sacramento Kings 118, Lakers 117. My number 3 game to watch this season, we have the Denver Nuggets at the Oklahoma City Thunder. Denver 53-29 last year, which was good for first in the Western Conference. Oklahoma City 40-42. The Thunder are led by Gilgeous-Alexander. He averaged 31.4 points per game last season. This is his 6th season, and he's a one-time All-Star. Denver is led by Nikola Jokic. He averaged 24.5 last year. This is his 9th season with Denver, and he's a 5-time All-Star. And I'm going to go Nuggets 116, Thunder 114. My number 2 game to watch this weekend, the Philadelphia 76ers at the Toronto Raptors. The Sixers, as we mentioned, 54-28 last season, which was 3rd in the Eastern Conference. Toronto an even 41-41, which was good for 9th in the East. Now the Raptors were led by Pascal Siakam. He averaged 24.2 points per game. This is his 8th season with Toronto, and he's a 2-time All-Star. And as we mentioned, the Sixers' leading scorer last year, big man Joel Embiid. He averaged 33.1 points per game, which led the NBA. He's in his 8th season with the Sixers, and he's a 6-time All-Star. Last year, the Sixers, on average, outscored their opponents by 4. They're a 3.5-point favorite in this game. I've got the Sixers winning 113-111. And my number 1 NBA game to watch this weekend, October 28th, 2023. This game is on Sunday, and we have the Atlanta Hawks at the Milwaukee Bucks. The Hawks an even 41-41 last year, which was good for 7th place in the Eastern Conference. Milwaukee 58-24, which was good for 1st in the East. Now the Hawks are led by standout Trae Young. He averaged 26.2 points per game last season. He's in his 6th season with the Hawks, and he's a 2-time All-Star. And the Bucks are led by a 1-2 combo of Lillard and Giannis. Lillard averaged 32.2 points per game last season. He is a 7-time All-Star. Giannis averaged 31.1 last season, and he is also a 7-time All-Star. On average, Milwaukee outscored their opponents by 3 last season, and I have the Bucks winning this one 118-116. And there you have it. Those are my top 10 NBA basketball games to watch for the weekend of October 28th, 2023. And if you like this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe.